It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1654, recorded Thursday, December 21st, 2017. Not a glowing review. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we go and visit a miniature village inside the biggest village in the world, New York City. Also, we have some more LED gadgets. I have my crappy corner. We have a great What the Heck Is It from a viewer and the actual What the Heck Was It for the last few months. All next on the Giz Wiz!
It's the same show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
And here he is, the professor with tenure of gadgets, Dick DeBartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing super, and you, sir?
Doing great. Man, moving into the holiday season so fast, it doesn't seem like just this weekend is the holidays. It just does not feel like that. Waffles is going crazy.
Oh, opening her gifts?
Yeah, exactly.
Waffle, a boy, a girl?
Girl.
A girl. Well, she's opening her gifts a little bit early.
Yeah, exactly. Having too much fun with them.
Very good. Yeah. Well, the only sad thing is that tomorrow at 1 p.m., they lock the door on Mad New York forever.
I know.
Yeah. So, fortunately, I spoke to the building manager or the manager for the Warner floor. And I said, I still have stuff in my office. She said, well, as long as you have your building pass, you can get back in during the holidays. So it's not as bad as having to physically lock the door forever tomorrow.
Yeah.
But tomorrow is the last day that the staff will be there at one time.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
That is such a bummer.
Well,
I feel like, just use your badge and just, make an apartment out of it, or just, stick around and stay there.
Yeah, I know. I thought about it. I thought, well, you know what? The rest of the floor is occupied. No one's going to notice that when I walk in, I go right, and I could just live there until they manage
It'd be a lot of square footage in New York. I think.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, would it?
Yeah.
Would it? Yeah. Man,
no, I just come back in and act like you never left. Use the mail room and go get some coffee and
exactly. No, I did check. I still get coffee. Someone was making coffee, and I said, "Are you going to be here like after the first of the year?" And they said, "Yeah." Why? I said, "Oh, okay. I just didn't know if they were taking out the coffee machine." They said, "Well, no, we're going to be here for at least another year."
Wow.
So yeah. So I have coffee until they throw me out.
Exactly. I could just imagine walking in and seeing Dick in the corner, reading a Mad magazine. Is this guy supposed to be here? Oh yeah, he comes in every day. He's just there all the time. Man, that is a bummer. That is the end of something really special.
Well, it continues in California.
Exactly.
But certainly the end of I've been there 55 years. And Mad started 10 years before I started. So Mad has been in New York City for 65 years. So it is a big change.
Yeah, big change.
Someone in the chat room says, just dress as the janitor.
Right.
Maybe that's a great idea.
Perfect. Yeah. Become the coffee guy. And then they'll...
there you go.
You'll get as much coffee as you want.
We don't have a coffee guy. So that would be very suspicious. We just have one of those commercial Keurig machines.
Yeah. You're kind of dressed up almost like a Starbucks employee with a green apron.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm the coffee guy.
It's very funny. Years ago, there were these two women who fed stray cats in a building in Manhattan. And they called me up and they said, Dick, the city just came and cemented it closed to keep the homeless out. And she said, there must be 30 cats in there. And I'm trying to think, I'll go down at 2 in the morning and then I thought what you just thought. I have a hard hat. I have a sledgehammer in the cellar.
I have a ladder.
I have work boots. I just so at 11 a.m. I just marched down the street, walked up to the building, had a clipboard, looked at the clipboard, walked around the back, batted some holes in the back, big enough for them the cats to come and go and feed them, and walked away, and no one said boo. They said,
that is hilarious.
Yeah.
There's an internet meme that you can get into any secure location, with just a ladder. And there's videos of people doing that. If they just carry a ladder around, they look like they are supposed to be there. It's like a trick of the brain.
Oh, that's very funny.
So you did that before that time. It's just it's a hard hat and a clipboard.
The hard hat and a sledgehammer. And the guy who knows what he's doing, he's obviously here to work on that building.
It's also like, what are you going to say? Show me your identification. City workers don't carry around identification.
No, exactly. What a construction worker says, I'll show you my construction worker permit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
hey, my boss sent me out here. He told me that I have to make some ventilation here. I don't know what. They said make two
holes right there.
Holes in the building. It's done.
The inspector came out and yelled at us 2 days ago. We got to do this.
Call Acme Construction.
Still. That is hilarious. That is very funny. Well, I guess let's jump into some gadgets.
Okay, so our first gadget isn't a physical gadget that you can buy, but it is something really unique called Gulliver's Gate. And I saw it, a colleague of mine on World News Now reported on it. It's at Times Square. And then a couple of weeks ago, Leo Laporte, who we both work with at TWIT, came into the city and was staying at Times Square. And I said, Leo, go to Gulliver's Gate. And we were having lunch that day, and he was just coming from Gulliver's Gate. He said, Dick, you have to go there. It's just amazing. So I got the PR contact and said, can we go in and bring a camera and just a wide mic? Will be very unobtrusive. And she said, oh, yeah, I'll arrange it for you. So here's a little 5-minute look at Gulliver's Gate. Dick DiBartolo, man's maddest writer, and the Giz Wiz One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. Out there, the Big Apple. In here, a small world. We're going to see all of this, cities, unions. We're going to see cultures. We're going to go look at the control room, the model lab. And the only thing I worry about, I hope the restrooms are full size. We're starting with the Statue of Liberty. And what's neat about that is not only do you see everybody in miniature on the island, if you look behind the statue, you get an idea of how the statue was built. This is Grand Central Station. This is one of the real ones. And what's neat about this is you can see all the levels of Grand Central Station. And there's the upper level, then the lower level where the trains leave from, then down deep is the subway system. We're going to get under the railing here so you can see all the different levels of the subways. And over here, I just happen to know it because someone pointed it out, a woman's dropped her purse on the tracks, and they're all looking over. What's neat is all of the figures are doing things. There's the Brooklyn Bridge. Again, someone pointed it out to me. You probably can't see it. That's Spider-Man climbing up the bridge. Okay. The cable stuck. Okay. It's Spider-Man on the bridge.
That is so funny.
And, of course, Niagara Falls. This is really great. If you look, you can actually see the steam coming off the water and actually floating into the exhibit hall. It's not only new things, it's old things, too, like the Colossus of Rhodes, Greece. That was 280 BC. I was not born yet. France, the Eiffel Tower. And the interesting thing is when we had the tour of this earlier, each country built their own display using local artisans so that the artisans could put in it everything that they thought they liked and that people were familiar with as part of the country. Moscow, the official residence of the president of the Russian Federation. What are they doing with an Amtrak boxcar?
That yellow car is an Amtrak boxcar.
When you enter, you get a key and chop wood. So let's put this in and turn it. I hit chopping wood. Can you hear the wood? Oh, and you see the tree fall? And here's a place where you can become a model citizen, okay? There is a 3D scanner and printer, and you can have yourself made any size you want. Now, for $44, they can reduce you to a size that fits in one of the displays, and then you can pick a place you want to be, and you can become part of Gulliver's Gate. So we're at Gulliver's Gate control room, and this is where we can see everything that's happening. We can even see, we're going to go see the airport in a little bit, but you can see flights waiting to take off, a plane taking off, plane landing, cameras showing where everybody is. Do you know about how many computers it takes to run this?
So here in the control room, we only really use these 3 controllers for us to look at what we need to look at for the trains and the cars, but behind the scenes with the model makers and with the engineers, they have around, I want to say, maybe 15. Everybody really has their own personal terminal, it looks like, to work on what they do.
Okay, and but you can see can you see where all the trucks and everything are moving in here?
Yes. So right now we only have 1 car, just because there's been some issues throughout the day. But in the European model specifically, all the cars have GPSs on them, and we have indoor satellites. So that's actually a one-to-one accurate look
Isn't that
at
amazing?
where the car is moving in our European model.
That is really amazing. Do you have a cop that can run out and stop a car if they're speeding?
Oh yeah, that's part of our job also. The traffic laws within Gulliver's Gate.
And this is one of the model shops with several 3D printers, and there's a gentleman over there in the back who was making something very intricate, and I asked what he was building, and he said, my lunch. As you'll notice is that the model shop has an open wall, as the control room has an open wall. So as you walk along, you can ask any of the engineers what they're doing or what they're building or what they're fixing. One of the newest part of the exhibits is an airfield. Fasten your seatbelts, everybody. Make sure they're fastened, okay? Remember, this is a no smoking flight. I have to tell you, 3 of the restrooms are out of order. Oh my God, oh, there it goes. And it's airbound.
Won't be back
That's
for
pretty
8
neat.
hours.
And now with that out of the way, this guy has some room to land.
What are they on? What is this?
It's funny, when planes landed, I guess you're inside the airplane and you don't realize that a big acrylic arm comes up and grabs the airplane. And now Alaska Airlines, Flight 777, you're cleared for landing. Ladies and gentlemen, double check your seatbelt. We are coming in for a landing.
That is too.
Ignore the rod. And we're now on the ground.
I can't even see it.
And
No, the rod's
this
disappears pretty good.
completes your tour of Gulliver's Gate. Have a safe trip home. Bye. Dick DeBartolo, Mads Metis writer, and the Giz Wiz.
What is it about miniature things that captures the imagination? Like,
You know, I don't know.
incredible.
What's wonderful about this is everybody is doing something. You know, it's not like they got a model of a man and made 1,000 men and stuck them all. You know, there are men digging, and there are like in that subway, a woman had dropped a purse on the tracks, and everybody else was looking over at the pocketbook. It's just ingenious. Dennis and I looked at my watch. I said, Dennis, you know, we've already been here an hour and a half. It's just very clever.
That is so clever.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I
learn
just-
stuff.
I love also that it's not static, that there's so much going on. There's things moving. It looked like there were lights turning on and off, and there's trains coming in, and they're trying to do
yes, and like every
cars.
Isn't that a riot where the cars are? And he seemed to stress that only the European cars had GPS in them, although I'm not sure that there were any American cars there. Oh, yeah, there's another thing. I didn't even have time to show up. You put your key in, and a parade starts up.
Yeah.
And all the people are turning this way and that way, carrying different instruments. It's very clever. And like every 10 minutes, it cycles through day and night, which is another great effect.
I mean, just that. I really think that interactivity and the motion of it and how everything is not static really, really adds something, because I could see myself getting bored. Oh, there's another miniature thing. Oh, there's another miniature thing. But when it's interactive and it moves and it does stuff, oh my gosh.
And it's a block long. So
yeah, it's huge.
There's a lot to see. And also, the other thing I thought was very clever is that each country built their own model. So the people there could put in the landmarks that they feel tourists would relate to right away. Right. I think it's all very it's very
it's all in the detail,
Yeah, exactly.
That is just incredible. So
and it's not terribly. Originally, it was going to be $44, and now I looked on the website yesterday, and it seemed it starts at $22. Up to $36, which is not bad for New York City.
Right. Wow. So, and then how long is it going on?
You know what? The woman said it's a permanent exhibit.
Oh man.
I think until they, it's not being mean by saying until they run out of money, but I mean, it's right in Times Square. I cannot imagine what the rent on taking an entire block of a building, even if you charge $300 a person, I don't think it could ever equal the rent.
Right.
So I think part of it was a couple of very rich people who wanted to share this experience. I just hope it can go on for a long time.
Yeah, I agree. The next time in New York, I so badly want to see this. So I hope that it's still there. That is so
GulliversGate.com if you want to check it out. And it's it's on 44th Street, right off Broadway.
Very, very, very cool. Fascinating.
Now, something that's more like real life is an as seen on TV gadget that I thought was pretty neat. And I thought, let's see what it looks like in person. And here it is.
Dick Bartolo, Man's Menace Rider, and the Giz Wiz One Take Theater here at GizWiz.tv with magic tracks. Glow in the dark as seen on TV. 220 pieces of glow track. All right, so this is the glow track. And in each package there are 5 of these. And I thought, wait a minute. There are 5 of them and there are 4 packs. Isn't that just like 20 pieces? Well, I realized that what they're talking about is that if you took each one of these tracks apart, you would have 220 pieces.
Right.
So they actually come apart and go back together again pretty easily. You just push them against each other on a flat surface and they lock. And make sure that you have the hollow part facing up. Otherwise, your car, I keep thinking train, your car won't run properly. So, and it does tell you to hook them together on a flat surface. That makes it a lot easier. And as you can see, you can flex them everywhere. I've not run a car on them, so I assume it's going to be fine. So far, I like this. This is kind of fun. I think kids would have a really fun time doing this. Oops, that one's upside down.
So is this one package?
In the package.
Yes, this is one package.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff.
In and out.
Yes.
Upside down so that it's easy to pack them. So remember to turn each one right side up. Oh, I think we're
We're almost done. We're almost done. Up my track. Wow, it is flexible. Fell off the table and didn't. You know what? I wonder if it can.
Holy cow!
Yeah, it is an impressive amount of stuff. Yeah. Bum bum. And wow, look at this. I don't know if, well, we'll find out if we can negotiate this. All right, so the car needs 3 AA batteries, which are not included. You need a little screwdriver to get it open, put the 3 batteries in. And I think we're set to run our magic car. Whoa, we have a, oh, okay.
Had a speed bump.
Wow. Yeah. That is pretty neat.
It seems to be able to navigate even the sharpest turns that the track can accommodate.
A little noisy, but look at that. We're going to stop it, and then it tells you that you can actually put the tracks up on something. Oh, by the way, this also comes with the kit, so you can decorate your car. All right, the book of cookies does not come with it, but we're just going to do
Ranger Rick said these look like self-driving cars from Google.
Yeah, the logo, the color.
Use things to make Rams.
Crispy Bacon says it looks like a steamrolled snake.
Up and down. This is pretty neat. You keep watching that. I'm going to get something else before we...
So there's no speed control. All there, the car just has on or off. But it's sort of impressive. And I got another piece now to stick under the track there.
All right, this is really fun. And you can stop it again. Now, I watched one review on YouTube where the guy actually just let the car run. It ran for like 6 hours, and before the batteries went dead. I think after 6 hours it still ran, but it was like. So this is really great fun. One more loop here, and see how snaky it goes.
You can see how this would capture kids' imaginations.
Too tall.
I guess
too sharp.
Out of luck. I guess we're making the turn too sharp now. Oh, now it's good. All right. Well, I think the noise is driving me crazy after a while.
You know, Dick, I wonder if you put a towel under it. You know, if it was on a softer surface, right?
Dennis has a great idea. We're going to stop the video for a second and put a towel underneath it. All right, we haven't tried it, but Dennis came up with the idea that we're on a table, a hollow table. We put a towel down. Also, it looks like a desert. Will this make the car run quieter? Will it make the car run more?
It is better.
Oh, it did. It made it much, much quieter.
The car is noisy, but the echo's gone.
So if you're doing this on a rug, oh, come on, don't do that. If you're doing this on a rug, it's going to be much quieter than a hollow table. That's funny.
Off-roading.
Taking a shortcut.
Let's see, there was a track open there, and that was the problem. So I like this a lot. It was $20. I bought it online. I think the thing is to pay $30, and you get, I think you get double the track, and you get 2 cars. And if you have 2 cars, you can set up runways and then have races. You know, big, long, single runways, and then see which car is faster. Now, there's one thing I thought I would say before. Let me just stop this a second. And we're going to take a piece of track in the bathroom. If you've seen the commercial, the tracks are like on fire. They're glowing. I took a single piece into a dark room, which we're going to do now. You know what? I'll take the yellow piece because it says after it's exposed to light. So follow me, and following, You have to come all the way in because we're going to do total darkness and watch that track glow. Not really, right?
It doesn't.
Okay.
You know, you didn't hold it under the light.
I did. Oh. Well, it was under the spotlights when we were shooting. All right, so we'll go back into the room. To be honest with you, I just set up the track for the first time now. But yesterday, I left a piece of yellow track under a lamp for about 2 hours. And I didn't have the camera then. And I took it in the bathroom, and there's like a faint glow. I think if you went in there not knowing what was there, you would not say, oh, there's something glowing in the dark. But outside of that, I think they're great fun, okay? Magic tracks as seen on TV. 11 feet speedway. I paid $20. That's it. Tiki Bartolo, Man's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. Bye.
That is pretty incredible.
It is.
I think that
Chad,
children
just
would
go to
love
their
that.
commercial for a second.
Perfect,
And you'll see
yeah.
the tracks that they show. I sent the link to it.
Here we go.
And yeah, it's up there.
Ready to race?
Put the pedal to the metal and zoom around the track. Bend it, flex it, curve it to the max. Magic Tracks!
That's right, it's Magic Tracks, the amazing new racetrack that can bend, flex, and glow as the cars go, go, go! It's easy. Just snap any track pieces together, and in seconds you've got a customized speedway to zip down and whip around. Turn off the lights. Wow! The track's
Not quite like that.
Whoa.
Look, the race cars have 5 LED lights that keep the track glowing as it keeps going. But here's the best part.
Some
As you
CG
race, you can change the
required.
design of your
Yes,
track into
yes,
any shape or
exactly.
pattern. So you'll never have the
Exactly.
same race twice. The magic serpentine
But outside of that-
allows Magic Tracks
Serpentine
to bend, flex, and curve in any
technology?
direction. No more
You're joking.
tracks. Go ahead, disconnect, and quickly snap back around furniture.
I like
or
how
under the
everything's
bed.
lit- even the
Create your
kids
own
lit
car
up.
track
Yeah.
bends, high bank turns, or mountain.
Possibly will light your children as a blacklight.
Flex it, curve it to the max. Magic Tracks!
Magic Tracks roll up for storage.
Okay, okay, we get it. There we go.
There you go.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah. Outside of that, that's the only thing that really doesn't happen. But the rest
Yeah.
of it's pretty neat.
It looks like it glows under blacklight than it does under but
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe. Although the fact that the kids were blue and glowing it makes me think that you're absolutely right. They ran it under some computer.
even if
chicanery.
that is a cheesy commercial, I think that this is I could really see a lot of kids that I know, family members.
Oh yeah.
Young kids would just love this. I mean, they could just play with it forever, change it around, try different things, see how
Run it under furniture.
totally see how high you could get it to go before it falls off. I mean, this is I could just see kids just
And if
loving
you
it.
have a big set, they have a funny idea for a game. The big set has 18 feet. Is make 2 very long tracks, but leave the end of the tracks disconnected, and see if you can put your track together before your car gets there and crashes. So that's kind of a fun thing to do too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is here's this is like almost like a race.
Oh, there you go.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
So there are
just very
lots
neat.
of variation with it.
Serpentine
you know-
technology right
Yeah,
there.
serpentine technology, and also a lot of knockoffs, because I just realized the thing you just showed is called Amazing
Oh, you're
Track.
right. Oh, no.
Amazing Tracks.
Wait, I was
Not to be confused
Okay,
with...
it was down here. Apparently, if you go to the double 11 feet, it switches to Amazing Tracks. But if you're on the 18 feet, it's Magic Tracks. Amazing Tracks is made by Magic Tracks. Sometimes Amazon doesn't quite get it.
It could be.
Sometimes
Magic
Amazon,
Track...
there is a little bit of you have to trust the seller on Amazon.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
do your research. But I think this is a great gadget for.
So do I
kids.
do. I actually, when we do our best of show, this is going to be my favorite. It's coming at the end of the year, but it's very clever. I think, kids, as you said, the rolling up thing really doesn't work. I tried rolling it up, but it's almost
It's like larger than it would be if you just unclip them and stack them.
Yes, exactly. You roll it up, it doesn't fit in the box anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay, so Magic Tracks, very good gadget.
Magic Tracks, we like it. And finally, my final gadget happens to be another LED gadget that I also happen to like. So let's look at the world-famous LippoTech LED. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you seem to be doing a great job, okay? And you can have this job as long as you keep up the good work, okay? I just hired this kid. It's something familiar about him. Okay, Dick DeBartolo, man's medicine writer, and the Giz Wiz, one take theater here at GizWiz.tv. You're sort of in the dark because I'm going to show you my magical bathroom light. Okay. So this is the Disneyland bathroom. The medicine chest only had one mirror. We never use it as a medicine chest. And we thought, you know, we're putting everything on display. Let's put on display everything that the Giz Wiz had its name on. So these are some of the Giz Wiz gadgets. And this is the little guy we're talking about. It is a motion-activated LED light that is magnetic. Okay. And it's pretty neat. It'll stay on for 20 seconds. And then it'll go off automatically. We'll take it we're going to go into the studio and show you it online and talk more about it. Okay. Okay, good. Stay there, Alfred. Excellent. All right. This is LippoTech. Okay. So this is a LippoTech motion sensor LED closet light. So it's 18 LEDs, and it's USB rechargeable, which I like. It has a 1500 milliamp battery inside. I like the fact that it's magnetic on the back. But if you want to install it in a place where it's not magnetic, look at this. It comes with a metal strip, okay, and some sticky back tape. There's another strip of that in here. So you can actually glue this strip up and then use this to hold it in place, because you probably have to take it out every 1 or 2 or 3 months to recharge it, depending on how often the LEDs come on. It did very well on Amazon, 228 customers. It got almost 4 stars. Let me just find, did it stop working? Oh, there we go. Okay, 228 reviews, almost 4 stars, 3.9 out of 5 stars. But 79% of the people gave it 5 stars. I think I would give it 5 stars also. So it comes in 2 different versions, and strangely, they're all different prices. What I bought was the silver warm white. All right, because I don't like that bluey fluorescent, bluey LED light for the bright LEDs. So it's a pair of them for roughly $18. Or you can get, WikiBuy keeps going in there. You can get it in silver bright light for $15.22, or in black for $1 more, $1.50 more, $16.99. But I like it. So now, since there's been no motion, it's gone out. So you go over it again, and when you go by it, it goes on again. So what I did notice in the bathroom is, since it's very far back behind the sink, you sort of have to be about 1.5 feet away from it before it goes back on. But in a closet or something, these would be really great.
Exactly. That's what
I'm thinking. So that's it. Closet. LippoTech. World famous LippoTech. Wireless motion sensor LED light with built-in battery. And you get a pair of them. That's it. Dick DeBartolo, man's medicine writer, and the Giz Wiz, one take theater here at GizWiz.tv. Bye.
I think that there's a lot of people.
They're nice, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this one is actually, it looks like the red is not showing up. It's bright red at the end to show that it's not fully charged yet. When it turns green, it is fully charged. They're quite handsome looking, and they're very low profile.
Yeah, it looks like they're sturdy aluminum. And
yeah, they're aluminum, 18 LEDs, and 2 of them, so they're about $9 each.
That's really good. I mean, considering that some LED bulbs, you know, if you just want to replace the bulb in your closet, can cost a few dollars. That's pretty good.
And I like the fact they're rechargeable.
Yeah. And motion activated. I mean, it's just
or motion or on off. There's an on off switch or leaving the motion activated, which is great for closets.
Yeah, I'm thinking closets, pantries, even drawers. If someone has like a drawer that's in a dark place, once you open it up, then you could be able
to. That's a great idea.
See inside.
That is a great idea. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm a big fan, and for only $9, that's not too bad of a. Not too bad of an investment.
Yeah. You get it down to $750 if you want. Oh, now the prices have changed since last night.
Of course.
Okay.
You can get $16.99. It looks like to be the cheapest. For black. I think it's black aluminum with white light. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And silver, the slightly more expensive one, the $17.99 one, is the one with soft light, and soft light only comes in silver.
Got it. Yeah, I think this is great. Now, there's a lot of lookalikes.
Oh, my goodness, I didn't go all the way down.
Tons of lookalikes.
Tons of probably same as different names.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, you won't get the brand name LippoTech on all of these, but there are other versions.
No, I stuck with LippoTech because I have one of their door stops, and I know it's never failed.
You know, it's quality. LED light, door stop, think LippoTech.
Door stop, never required battery replacement.
Oh my gosh, how do people come up with those names? It seems like a medical issue with technology.
Yes, I know. Last week's, I swear, someone just closed their eyes and went, oh, there it is. It's Quackamuco.
Yeah, exactly. Let's open up this encyclopedia, and the first word we see, merge that with tech, and then there you go.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so...
well, ladies and gentlemen, that means we have moved out of real technology and into Chad's crappy.
But you might want it at Chad's.
It's right here.
Crappy corner. Get it.
So we have the standard stocking size right back here. So it's in the corner now. So today on this gadget, I went to Fry's Electronics.
Oh, well, you should tell them the Patreon's pick.
Patreon's pick was stocking stuffers. So this month is all about things that you can stick into a stocking and then give away as a gift. So
if people are going to a party Chad's attending, please tune out now. This may be your gift.
Right,
okay.
Exactly.
I just wanted to do
that. For anyone
disclaimer.
who's going to be at the White Elephant later, okay, tune out. Okay, this may be your actual gift. So I was at Fry's Electronics, and just randomly, if you're not familiar with Fry's Electronics, it's a very large electronics store. They tend to have some pretty good discounts, but they're also really known for having just everything. I mean, if you want to go and build a computer, you can go there. If you need resistors or transistors, you can go there. If you need, the most weird and specific electronic port, like they still have serial connector things there. Like, I mean, it is huge.
Are they there and you can see them and touch them?
Oh yeah. You just pick them up off the shelf and walk away with a serial port connector. They're if you're into electronics, it's just fun just to walk through the aisles. And they're huge. I mean, every Fry's that I've ever been to has been very, 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 very large. So Fry's Electronics, I just happened to be in there, and I saw this. And I recorded a video about it, and it's a little do-it-yourself project, so I tried to do it myself. So let's check out the video just from earlier today. Hey Dickie D, Chad here, and today we are checking out the Mad Lab. This is a really small electronic kit that I found at Fry's Electronics. This specific one is a lie detector, and so we'll put it together and see how well it is, how accurate it is. They had all sorts of different little things that you could do. They had different versions of this that wasn't only a lie detector, but I thought this was a small little project, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on building this project and see how it goes. This is what it looks like inside. You have some instructions with not too many instructions actually. It looks like only 11 steps, and then how to use the lie detector. So that's pretty simple. And then you have your components. So let's get building. I went ahead and just laid the components on the instructions. Looks like they're all here. Oh, very clever. So let's get started. Little Jack is here helping me out. It's a little bit difficult to do one-handed, but you can see that I'm adding resistor number 2 into the circuit board. There we go, we actually got it to fit now. There we go. Now it's in there. Okay, so I have just finished putting basically all the components on. There's still some spots for probes and battery. But we got to the next step, and it is solder the legs of all the components on the metal side. What? I don't have a soldering iron. I have no soldering tools. Where does it say I need soldering material anywhere? This is, oh man. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I was just thinking, all that, and you don't have to solder it.
Components to the metal side of the board. Then clip the legs. That was, I misunderstood, and maybe I'm an idiot and didn't know that this was in the area that you solder stuff in Fry's. I'm not sure, but that's upsetting. So I have tried my best. What I tried to do was bend each of these so that I knew that none of them are touching another wire or another lead. No idea if this is gonna work. You're gonna help me out, Waffles. I have little faith. I will say. Okay, so now I am.
Why don't you ask it if it's gonna work?
Yeah, they'll tell me if it's a lie. There we go, and. It's supposed, the red light is supposed to turn on. It is not lighting up. Oh no, oh no. Probably because none of it is soldered together. Well, that's a disappointment. Yep, looks like solder is required in order to make this thing go. Otherwise, it just looks like a piece of the Enterprise. So, unfortunately, it did not work for me because I don't have a soldering iron. And through looking, the only thing that I could think of that maybe would have tipped me off is two things. One, the section of Fry's that I picked this up from was kind of the do-it-yourself section. So there may have been an implied, expectation that that section you need to have some expertise. You need to know that you're going to have to solder. And then also the packaging was just, pretty simple. And so I could have turned over the packaging and read down to step number 7 and realized that I needed a solder gun. So those are the two caveats of me. This could have been user error is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Well, you know what, Chad? I'm on the Fry's website. I don't have the ability like you do, and I'm looking at the section where that is, and the overhead banner says things that must be soldered.
Oh section. No! Oh no!
Yeah, you didn't look up.
Dang it! Oh darn it!
Yeah, you were so busy looking at the.
Yeah, and I was there in the store in person, so I didn't even see the website banner. But I think this is a really fun project. Knowing that it would require soldering, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal for me to, to buy a soldering gun and actually solder all that together. On their website, I kind of like the company. You know, these are small, little do-it-yourself projects that teach kids to not be afraid of electronics. You know, this is something that you would do with, a son or daughter, just as a little project, and then they can take this around and try to, see if their kids, their friends are lying and stuff like that. You hold.
And what did that cost?
This was, you know what? I don't remember. I believe here. Let me look it up. Because now in euros on their website, it's 540 euros. So let's see if that will go to USD here. On their own website, the conversion is $7.22.
Boy, that's very good.
Yeah, so it's pretty inexpensive. It's a pretty inexpensive project. And I don't know, just everything about the company, it just seems really, simple. Their website kind of looks like some, one guy sort of coded it by hand in a way. And I don't know, I do like the company. I am upset that I wasn't able to finish it. But you can see Mad Lab. Now what's interesting, Mad Lab Australia, Mad Lab Canada. I'm surprised that I'm in the US. I'm surprised. Oh, maybe these are, I'm just confused. Interesting. But anyway, so you can pick it up at Fry's. They had all sorts of different things. And I like it, even though it failed. It was inexpensive, fun, and a cool electronic project, but it ended up not working for me. So there you go. Mad Lab electronic kits. You can find out more at madlab.org, all one word. Designed in Scotland, I just realized. Look at that. And their Twitter is Club Mad Lab. Mad Lab. And of course, reminds me of Mad Libs.
Yes.
And so yeah, Mad Libs, Mad Lab. Okay, with that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Oh, and then we have a video of an old gadget from Alex Rearick, R-E-A-R-I-C-K. And Alex said it could almost be a what the heck is it gadget. So run the first few seconds of Alex's video. And before he turns it around, you can just stop it right there for 1 second.
Okay, here, and
then we'll start it again. So any idea what that is, Chad, or chat room?
Let me look. Okay, so what is this gadget?
Yes.
It looks like a drum. I assume that all the pieces work together like that and this.
Yeah, you need that and that. Yeah, calculator. Someone says it's
this looks like a canteen
to carry gin. Calculator, electric tom-tom.
A radar dish.
Canteen.
Looks like
a
holder for your flying saucer.
See, I knew about this because they may still use it at the marina.
It's a Giz Wiz hat with LEDs inside of it. Right back there.
That's the wrong gadget. That's the wrong gadget.
No. I have
holds a roll of film. Oh, someone in the chat room got it. But we'll let Alex explain. So we can just start the video from the top again.
Perfect. Okay, here and
okay. Yep.
Hello, Dick and Chad. For my warehouse gadget, I have a bit of an old relic. A bit of a what the heck is it? Might look a bit like a canteen.
Yeah.
But it's a clock.
What?
This is for security guards that are going on rounds around buildings to show where they've been and when. So you take one of these keys, placed around on walls, You might see that there's a number on it.
Oh my gosh.
You'd take that key, place it in the hole, and turn it. And then inside,
that is incredible.
Isn't it?
there'd be a piece of paper that would cycle through here, and when you would turn that key, it would imprint the number on the key into the paper at the time that you had twisted it in there. And it would circle around the outside, and then somebody could open this up and take it out. And then you'd use another key to wind it here, but this one seems to have its spring jammed from being wound too tight.
What a device!
Weighs about 7 pounds. It's pretty hefty. I'd imagine it'd be quite tiresome carrying this around for too long. But that's it.
Wow! Martron used one of these.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and at the marina, see, the marina had A, B, C, D, and E dock. They had one of those keys at the very end of each one of the docks. So there, the night watchman,
night watchman to walk all the way down.
Walk the whole end to the end of the dock to punch the key. And I emailed Alex, and when he said this must have been heavy, I realized it was not his. So I said, well, Alex, how did you get a hold of it? And he said an old boss of his was cleaning out a locker, and there were 3 of them in the locker. And he said, did I want one? They were left over because the company had switched to an electronic timekeeping device. And Alex said, sure, I'll take one. So yeah, it's pretty ingenious, isn't it?
That is really ingenious. And there is something about just everything, the design, the little itty bitty clock, the huge keyhole, the leather surrounding it. It looks like a
and then it uses
artifact.
paper. Isn't that funny?
Yeah. And just
all right, so this will be $790 and 10 cents for the paper.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. And it's just, I could also just imagine, you know, in some old-timey courtroom, like, well, the paper dial said that the night watchman was there at exactly 6:03, and so therefore, it's just incredible.
Yeah. Well, you know, now that Alex has one of those, going back to the beginning of the show, Alex, you could just carry that into any bank.
Exactly.
And just walk into the safe.
Yeah.
Just say, you know, I'm resetting the dials on the safe, so no one should look in here. Just leave me alone.
It's like a ladder. I mean, it's perfect.
Yes, exactly. It's the equivalent of a banking ladder.
Man, that is just incredible. It just really it feels fantasy. It feels like something that would be in a book or in an old movie. I mean,
yeah, an old James Bond, an early James Bond film.
Yeah, I can just imagine someone carrying around a nightstick and this thing and just and a whistle. Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Very, very cool. Very cool.
Well, Alex, you are probably the very last person to get a Mad Magazine and an Alfred E. Newman picture because I mailed it out to you before the offices closed. So we're looking for more videos. Now all you'll get is one of those 35-year-old Alfred E. Newman pictures, which will start becoming worth more because what few we had left have been sent out to California, where they'll probably just keep them for themselves.
Yeah.
So if you want to send us a video, just like Alex did, 2 to 3 minutes about any kind of gadgets. We tend to love old gadgets, even if it was not yours, like Alex just got this because he too wondered what it was and decided to play with it. So make a little video, put it on YouTube. When you click upload, there's a drop-down menu. You can click unlisted if you don't want people to just stumble upon it, and just send us the link to your video. And that goes to mail@gizwiz.tv. And if we use it on the show, you'll get an Alfred E. Newman picture in the mail if you live in the U.S. If you live anywhere else in the world, I will sign an Alfred E. Newman picture, scan it, send you a high-res picture. You can print out and frame it, and no one will know it's not the original because we did several tests and people go, this is great. So get that video, and mail@gizwiz.tv is where it goes.
Now it is time for the letter!
And our letter is from Moses, who has been to all the meetups and a frequent contributor to the show. Dick and Chad, I have a question. A friend is trying to come up with the most affordable way to stream video and audio from one room to another room in the same building. They have internet and Wi-Fi, and they need some type of wireless solution with the capacity to zoom. Now that complicates things,
yeah,
right?
It does.
Yeah. He would like to get a wireless camera and be able to stream that to a TV in the other room. Also, since it will be live, he would like as little lag as possible, as these rooms will have large numbers of people. And everyone in each room will need to be in sync. Oh my God.
Yeah. So
boy, that is
my first idea is, I think, the most simple idea, and that is just to get a camcorder that has an HDMI out that can do a clean HDMI out signal. And then plug that HDMI right into, they make HDMI wireless bridges. And I think that they need to be powered externally, so that may kind of lock you down just a little bit. But just plug that right into a wireless HDMI bridge, and then on the other side, the TV can be plugged into the other side of the HDMI bridge. That should give you video, audio, and if the camcorder can zoom, that should help your zoom. As long as you don't need to zoom digitally, like from another end, or be able to control the zoom.
Yeah, to control the zoom from another place would be impossible, right?
It'd be difficult. It'd be very difficult.
It would be, yeah, you'd have to have two-way everything.
Right, exactly. So that's my first idea. Then Captain J, and then by the way, the chat room could really help us out here if they have other ideas.
Chat room. Yeah, Captain J. Go ahead.
Captain J says, Yee, which is just YI, makes a cheap camera with Zoom wireless. I have several of them. And if I am correct in knowing this brand, it's more like a security camera than it is a...
And then Conky in the chat room says, I have 11 YI cameras.
Wow, okay. So here you go. Here's their website right here. Whoops, I click something else. There we go. So this is more, it's funny because you can see all their products. They have quite a few products. And then clicking one of them will take you to AliExpress. So you can buy it straight from China. So this is great. Yeah, it looks like there's a whole bunch of different types. I don't have experience with these, but that's another great idea. Captain J says the YI Dome Tilt Pan camera with Zoom Wireless IP Indoor Security Surveillance System. Sounds pretty good. That sounds like another option. Finally, if you want to get kind of complicated with it, the other idea that I had is if you have just a webcam in a computer, You can you could use a software like OBS, which is Open Broadcast Software.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and so you can use that, and you can pull off some digital zoom, and you can do a few things like that. The biggest issue would be wirelessly transmitting the video from that computer to another location. The easiest way to do that would be, and this is going to be complicated, to set up an RTMP server so that you can stream from the OBS instance, the OBS client, to another RTMP server that's in the same building, and then just use that video. You could use VLC full screen to play that. The biggest issue with that is RTMP servers happen to have a lot of lag, probably 3 to 4 seconds of lag. That's why I would suggest something like the HDMI bridge, or possibly one of these dome these cameras to use.
And my solution, not being as technical as Chad and the chat room, is to put everybody in one room and make them like it. And then
So
there'll be no
enjoy it.
sync problem. There'll be right.
Perfect.
Do you want to get everything 4 seconds late, or do you want to be in the room where it's happening?
Captain J is also mentioning that the YI app has Chromecast built in. So there you go. Marshworm is also sending over a monoprice link to a few different HDMI wireless bridges.
Wow.
So there you go. There's a few options.
Thanks. Yeah.
And
well, chat room is very smart.
Definitely. Okay, with that,
it's time to reveal.
What the heck was it?
What the heck was it? You don't even have to go to the website to see the gadget.
Okay.
So take a real guess now.
I didn't see it. I really have no idea. It kind of looks like a holder of some flavor that you would push the top down and the bottom would open, kind of like a clip. And I don't know if that's
pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll give you another hint. It operates in this
in that position.
In that position. Let me see.
Oh my
Nail
God!
clipper for alien.
Is this a when you have lots of bags from the grocery store? Can you clip this into that onto your pants so you can carry?
Well, you know what?
Bags.
It's
around?
interesting. Several people said that, and we gave a Mad magazine to one of them because it sounds legitimate. So basically, it's called Glove Catcher. And if you go to my website, you'll see a picture of Glove Catcher in operation. So it's for workmen or anybody who is frequently taking off their gloves. And it's a real easy way to just squeeze it and have your gloves right on your belt. So we gave a lot of Mads away for people who said, a hook for key ring, a hook for your sunglasses. Right here, a belt clip to carry your groceries. But of course, we were looking for the wild, crazy answers. We got an aerial view of a giant attack weapon that flings barrels at forts or castles.
I like it.
Backrest for people who slouch when they sit. Okay.
Okay.
Also, this is very clever. It is the prototype wireframe of the original Tron light bike.
Very
now,
good.
if you saw Tron, that's believable.
Yeah.
And then we have really silly answers. Hot dog sausage holder belt clip. So you always have a hot dog handy. It is the Ronco approved Tooth Fairy loose tooth remover.
Oh my gosh. Ronco is the maker of many bright
bizarre,
and colorful.
Yes, exactly.
That's very funny.
And perfect for the holiday. This is a lip clamp, perfect for annoying relatives that get drunk during the holidays.
Clip it right on their lips. Like
yeah,
it.
and this is very funny. And the extra large tie clip for one of Donald Trump's huge ties.
Very wide ties that man has.
Exactly. So all of those people got a Mad magazine. If you happen to be watching live, go to gizwiz.biz if you played. If you're a winner, email me tonight. Mad closes at 1 p.m. tomorrow. We're taping this on Thursday. Mad closes forever tomorrow, 1 p.m. Mad New York. And then it opens again in L.A., but none of us are out there. So I'll have no more mail room to go in and say, mail these to these people.
Send these out. That is hilarious. I love What the Heck Is It? And I genuinely had no idea what the heck it was.
Oh, good. And January 1st, we'll start a new game, probably less prizes because I will be schlepping everything to the post office myself. But we will definitely have a game.
Perfect. Okay. I think that wraps it up for this episode. Do we have anything else we got to?
No, I think, Patreon.
Patreon.
If they want, yep, right.
Big thanks to our patron supporters over on patreon.com/GizWiz. Currently, we have over 248, well, exactly 248 patrons. Thank you so much for helping us create the Same Dunba show every single week. You guys support us all the time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you don't support us, maybe consider giving us a little bit of love. Thank you to all of those who do. Your generosity is really appreciated. Some people don't want to give over Patreon. They want to give over PayPal. There is a PayPal link on our website, gizwiz.tv. Hit the Patreon tab at the top, and then there's a thing right underneath the Patreon banner, a link. Thank you guys so much for your support.
Yes, this is, I always like to say it, this is Independent Show number 137.
Wow.
Sponsored by you. Every once in a while we have a sponsor, but it's not much.
No.
It's mainly, I would say it's 95% our Patreons that keep us going.
Wow. Big
yeah.
Thanks. Over 130 independent shows. Impossible without the Patreon. And the
it would be, actually. It would be.
Thank you. You can catch our show live just about every Thursday at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. You can watch that at gizwiz.tv. We're coming up to our best of, worst of show, so please submit your best and worst gadgets of the year on the site. You can click that little red drop down right there. And so we'll have 2 episodes on the 4th, just after the start of the year, which will be our best of, worst of, and then those will be coming out during the next few weeks while we're at CES and getting some more gadgets for you guys. So head on over to gizwiz.tv, subscribe to the show, catch us live, or see past episodes there on the site. Gizwiz.biz is the other website run by Dick, which has write-ups about all the gadgets. We link back on gizwiz.tv to gizwiz.biz, and so you can find all of it on either of those sites. Thanks so much for watching this episode of the Giz Wiz. We'll see you.
And happy holidays.
And happy holidays. It's the holiday weekends. Happy holidays.
Yes.
See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
And I'll be here.